Hi, I'm Steven the Pet Man from Big Apple Pet Supply. I'm going to show you how the Big Apple misting system is very easy to use and how it's perfect for creating humidity in reptile enclosures that need humidity, so tropical species. But it's also great for plants, flowers, pretty much anything that requires humidity and misting. So it's got a lot of versatility to it. So let's go ahead and open it up and check it out. First thing you're going to see is always your instructions, which basically detail how to put it together, but I'm going to show you how this is done. Basically, it's going to come with a timer, a digital 7-day timer, which is programmable to the minute, and you can have multiple on-offs per day. So let's say if you want to start the misting system going at 9 a.m. and you want it to go for 2 minutes, you'll set it for 9 a.m. Then at 9:02 a.m. you're going to have it shut off, and maybe 2 p.m. you're going to have it come on again for another couple minutes, and maybe you'll do that several times a day. What I tell people to do is do like 4 misting, like 1 minute misting sessions per day, just to check out, that's kind of the minimum, and just to check out how much humidity that produces. You don't want to drench your cage. Okay, let's take out the rest of the goodies. So basically, this is your 2-gallon reservoir, which obviously holds 2 gallons of water. And this is what I recommend that you do, is only use distilled water. And the reason why I recommend that is because most people's regular water contains components in it like calcium and other types of things that will end up clogging the fine misting nozzles on the system. So we don't want to clog the nozzles, or your system won't run with the fine mist that it's supposed to run with. So, use distilled water. Now, basically, the system comes with 10 feet of hose. This goes out to your cage or cages. It can be cut into multiples. So let's say that you have 10, or let's say that you have 20-gallon aquariums and you have 5 of them. Well, you can take this, and let's say that you have an aquarium here, aquarium there. You can actually continue to mist each one as you go with the going into each aquarium. So this can be used for multiple aquariums. Now, as far as getting water into basically this bucket, once you put the water in, all you're going to do is sink this hose in. Now, what's really, really important is that you don't allow this tube to slip up. So you don't want this tube to come and curl up on you, because what's going to happen is you're going to run this pump, and the pump's going to run dry, and that can burn the pump out. So you must make sure that you secure this to the bottom of the pail. And you can do that either by weighing it down with weights, or you can do that by using a tape that is waterproof. So whatever it is, make sure you stick it down and it stays down. Okay, you don't want it to curl up. Once you do that, you're basically just setting this on top, just like that. You're going to plug this in to the bottom of your timer, and your timer goes into the wall. So whatever settings you have on here are going to control the pump, which is going to control the misting. Now, really important, make sure you don't, let's say you want to, 12 noon, you want it to come on. Make sure your next setting to shut off is 12:01 p.m. and not 12:01 a.m. We've had some customers who have done stuff like that, and obviously, you're talking 12 hours on. So you definitely don't want to do that. Really double check your settings when you program your timer. They should be no more than 4 minutes, because this pump cannot go longer than 4 minutes. So it will start to get very hot and can eventually burn out or cause other problems. So 4-minute maximum on this pump, but you should never be using more than the 4-minute misting session, because that's a tremendous amount of water. So basically on the other side, this is where you are going to, you'd obviously be undoing this cord. It's 10 feet long. But to show you how simple this is, basically the last misting nozzle would be an elbow. If you were going to, like I talked about, going to multiples, you would be sticking this onto here and sliding it all the way up. Then another tube would be coming out the other side and going to another nozzle. So this is the coupler, and all you do is you would tighten the coupler all the way up. Then this nozzle goes into there, and then you can continue another tube out to another cage, another T-nozzle, and when you finally are done and you want to end with the last cage in the row would always be an elbow, because that ends it, and you would slide it on. In this case, you would slide it all the way in, and then you would have the nozzle come out, and that would be your final, that would be the end nozzle. So T's when you want to continue, elbows when you want to stop, and that's your last nozzle. Now, one thing you should know about these fine red nozzles, like I talked about before, we use distilled water because we don't want to clog this fine nozzle. When this does mist, it produces an extremely fine, floaty style mist. It's only 0.6 of an ounce of water per minute. So it is an extremely fine mist. It will do a great job at misting and creating humidity in your enclosure. So that's the basics of how this misting system works. It's very simple to operate. It's very simple to set up, and it will do the job. It can actually do up to 20 nozzles depending on the distance from the reservoir. So it can handle a lot of cages or a lot of flowers or whatever it is that you're trying to mist. So this is available in our misting section in our reptile department, and we're always here to answer any questions that you may have. But the price is great. It's an excellent item. We've been selling them for many years, and they've been market tested to do very, very well. So I'm Stephen the Pet Man from Big Apple Pet Supply, and I thank you for watching.